Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. I'm going to be talking about, I was going to say magic, but it's all magic. But no, I'm really going to be talking about the perils of being a people pleaser. And what that's all about, and then how you can shift into being an amazing, powerful, purpose-driven being with a fantastic business. So it is 5 o'clock now, so I will start. So hello, I'm Jerry. This is my very large water bottle. To scale. So I don't know if you know me. In case you don't, I'm Jerry Manor McMahon, and I help women create purpose-driven, successful, incredible lives and businesses. And it's not how you might think. I'm not the normal, business coach, life coach, healer, any of those things. But before we get started, what I wanted to talk about is, the perils of being a people pleaser. And, a lot of my clients come to me because, they want to live their purpose. They want to have a successful, purposeful life, an amazing business. They want to be, most of them millionaires, multi-millionaires, whatever. They want to be super successful, doing what they love. And, they work really hard, and they often get very, very frustrated because they feel pulled in all these different directions, they tell me that they're feeling frustrated, they're feeling tired, they're feeling worn down, they're feeling sometimes like they want to give it all up, Often, they're just starting out and they're just a little bit unsure about, the right steps to take and everything. And I'll tell you what I share with them. And a lot of these women are very sensitive. They are empaths. And I'm going to share with you what I share with them, okay? And first of all, a people pleaser is someone who very often, it is what it says on the label, someone who likes to please other people, often puts other people first. What else about people pleasers? They're not giving from a cup that's half full or overflowing, which I believe our cups need to be overflowing so that we can give what's left over. I firmly believe that when, within reason, we put our own well-being, our own happiness, our own health first, then we can serve others. Think about, if anyone can remember what it was like to fly in an airplane, what are you told? Put your own mask on first, even before you put it on your children. But what I wanted to share, one of the things that I share with these beautiful women is to, first of all, just become aware, are you a people pleaser? Do you often feel that your own self-care, that your own you time, alone time, solitude, time for planning, either doesn't happen or is kind of left to the bottom of the list, and as a sensitive, I just think we go mad, it's like, excuse me, like I can't even imagine what my life would be like if I didn't have my magical, amazing me time, alone time, solitude. And just at the moment, I'm working on some really juicy projects. So I'm needing and loving a lot of that, I don't particularly feel like I need to go out and socialize and dance at the moment, although I am feeling the need for dance at the moment. But, I've been in quite a stretch of just, focusing on these amazing projects that I'm working on. So, you know, before I share the kind of the tips that I want to share today, it's like, you know, are you a people pleaser? It's very common for women, and especially you know, for us sensitives and empaths. You know, it can lead to burnout. It can lead to just ill health. You know, many women who've been in the career world, who've had a normal job, that's kind of what drove them to wanting to start their own business, is because, you know, they feel like they've been working too hard and everything, and then they have their own business, and even though they love the work, they're like, oh my God, I'm still working crazy hard. So, it's normal, basically. It's normal. But here's the thing. It doesn't have to be that way. Okay? It doesn't have to be that way. So the first thing is, and it's my favorite question, and the first thing I wanted to ask you is, what would you love? So one of the first things that I do with my clients when we work together is we get a list of about 12 or 13, what we call true choices, hearty, love motivated, heart motivated, soul driven choices for what they'd love with their life. For instance, you know, I choose the end result of having a life I love, for instance, or I choose the end result of my beautiful home surrounded, what's that gorgeous one about lush and nature? I choose the end result of my home surrounded by the beautiful lush nature. That's not the right wording, but for some reason I can't think of it this second. Or I choose the end result of being healthy, you know. So when we're focused on what we would love, and quantum physics and neuroscience and everything is showing us now that this is true, that this is real, it works. When we're focused on what we love, in the quantum fields, we're allowing possibilities to collapse into being, into matter, okay? So the infinite field, the primordial soup, you know, that space where all ideas, inspiration, magic, intuition dwells, is rife with different outcomes for our life, parallel realities, different timelines, okay? And we're activating a timeline when we focus on it. You know, have you ever heard that phrase, your focus creates your reality? Well, it goes a bit deeper than that. It's more than just your focus creating your reality. It's your whole energy field. It's a lot more things. And by the way, anyway, I'll talk about that in a minute. So having a true choice. So that's the first thing that I say to them is, what would you love? What would you love to create? So imagine yourself in a year's time. What's your life like? Just tell me. Just think of an ideal, perfect, average day, okay? So, you know, what's your work like? You know, where are you living? Are you living in nature, the mountains, by the beach? What's your family like, your friendships, your health? What's it all like? And maybe even take a snippet into what's your morning like, or what's your afternoon like, or what's your evening like? You know, are you going out to dinner with friends, and how are they? Are they inspiring? How do you feel after spending time with these amazing friends? So it's really getting clarity. As Stephen Covey, Dr. Stephen Covey said in his 7 Habits for Highly Successful People, start with the end in mind. You know, start with the end in mind. Anyone who's anyone agrees with this. So that's the first thing. What would you love? Secondly, have a plan. You know, I had a huge turnaround when I added this into my life and into my days. So you know what you'd love in, say, a year's time. So then what you do is you break it down into 90 days, okay? It's like, this is what I call lenses. You get a lens and you zoom in, okay? First of all, on 90 days, okay? So what are you doing to create that end result, that vision of what you'd love? What would you have loved to have created in 90 days? What would you love to have create? And then what have you created? And then we bring it down again, bring it back to 30 days. So in 30 days, what do you need to have created? What do you need to have done in 30 days to create that end result of 1 year's time? And then we bring it back to 7 days. Okay, and then what you do is you write down, what would I love to create? What would I love to do this week? And then you write down, so what actually, what will I do? What do I commit to? And then you bring it down to 1 day. And every morning, just takes a few moments, you write down, okay, so what are my 3 things today in maybe the area of relationships, health, business, love, hobbies, whatever. So you break it down into 3 things and you commit. And you don't beat yourself up if you don't do these things. You just notice and you do it the next day or the next week. So it's basically, you know, really having a plan, you know, grounding, bringing that vision of your version of heaven on earth to earth, ground it. Okay, so the first one is, what would you love? Okay, it's a year out. What's your life like? Second is plan it. Bring it back down to 90 days, 30 days, a week, and then every single day. And then the third step is a recode. And this is where I want you to come and join me. Basically, you're going to get access. If you click on that link that I just put there, you're going to get access to a free training where I actually take you through a process, okay, called the Recode. And what you're going to do is you're actually going to clear any resistance, any lack mentality, any negative beliefs, anything that's causing resistance between where you are now and what you would love a year out, okay? And that's the third point. It's you're clear what you'd love, you're taking the action, but sometimes things just jam up, you know? We take on our ancestors' negativity, love them, but we do. And, you know, often we take on kind of beliefs from family, unconscious, from society, from our teachers, from education, etc. We've got, you know, in the primordial soup, there's all the magic stuff, but there's also all the other stuff. So when you register for that training, I actually take you through some history, some education about neuroscience and epigenetics and all this juicy, exciting, amazing stuff, and alchemy and shamanism. So we're combining the ancient with the new, cutting edge, breakthrough technology. And you're actually going to have an experience to join a live demonstration during which what we're going to do. So if you imagine that this is the playing field of your life, okay? And little gophers have popped up, okay? They've left these little mounds of dirt. And it's kind of like you're here, your dream is here, but there's all of these bumps and things in the way, okay? And you can't, like, move smoothly towards your goals and your dreams because of all these little mounds. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to speak to your superconscious, okay? And I'll explain this on the training. We're going to speak to your superconscious and we're going to ask your superconscious to just smooth away, almost like with a feather, just smooth away all of the resistance, all of the things that could be stopping you, standing in the way, preventing you from creating what you love, so that you can move effortlessly towards your dream. So if you would love that, just fill out your name and your email address and the training will be with you instantly. So the first step is, what would you love? It's really getting clear on what you would love. And this is so important for people pleasers, because we don't often know what we'd love. And often when I ask that question, people either tell me, you know, what they don't want, or, you know, they talk about what other people need and want from them. No, what would you love? If you could have your life any way you wanted, okay? If you had all the money, if you had all the freedom, if you had everything, the health, the energy, if you had everything in your life the way you wanted, what would your life be like a year from now? Yeah, so that's the first question. And then second, why have I gone blank? Oh yeah, of course. Second is plan it. Bring it back to, so what would I love a year from now? And then 90 days, what will I have done, or what will I do? 30 days, a week, and then every morning, what will I do today to create that? If you want assistance on this, this is what I do with my clients. You know, they hang out with me a few times a week, so come and join our fun tribe. So did I share everything that I wanted to share? So have you filled out your name and address on that page? I hope so. We'll get the training to you right away. And you know, this really reminds me of, it might seem totally unrelated, but you know, I've heard that story about, you know, this couple of walk along the beach one day, and they see this person ahead of them, and the person keeps like bending over and chucking things in the sea, you know. And they catch up with the person, and they notice that what's happening is they're actually getting little starfish that have been washed up on the beach, and it makes me emotional just thinking about it. And they're picking up the starfish, and they're throwing them back in the water. There's hundreds of these starfish, you know. And the man goes to the woman, she said, you know, but you're not going to be able to do all of that. There's like hundreds of these little fish, you know, these beautiful little starfish. And the woman, as she chucks one back in the water, she goes, well, it made a difference for that one, didn't it? Now, here's the thing. This is what the people that you're here to serve, that you're here to offer your products and services to, are like. They're like those starfish. By you sharing your magic, okay, you're igniting the magic in them. You're showing them that if you can do it, they can too. So now is the time to step up, to be the awesome being that you are, to shine. You know, we've all got worries, we've all got stuff. But now I am so happy to, you know, have these beautiful tools that I want to share with you. And it's free training to allow you to clear the resistance so that you can be, you know, like that starfish who's just been allowed to swim free in the sea and share your magic with everyone. So remember, what would you love? Allow yourself to dream. This is not woo-woo anymore. Science, quantum physics, neuroscience, epigenetics. Epigenetics shows us we can change our genes. And this is what we do in the training with the recoding. We're actually kind of rewiring, rebooting, recoding your brain, yeah? What would you love? Number one. Number two, plan it. Bring it back. 90 days, 30 days, a week. Today and tomorrow and the next day, what are you going to do to move yourself towards that goal? And then number three is, let's do this rewiring of your brain. Let's connect with your superconscious and clear all of those mounds of dirt that are on the playing field that are stopping you from just flowing with so much fun and with so much excitement and zest and passion and heart, so that you can create what you love. And here's the thing. Then you can get other people to people please the people that want to be people pleased around you. You know, you can outsource, you can get a cleaner, you can you know, when you're living life like that, you've got so much more energy, you've got so much more heart to give, you know. You're leaping out of bed in the morning with excitement, fun, and passion for the day. So, passion, purpose, prosperity time. click on the link, fill out your name and your email address, and the training will be with you in a few seconds. I love you so much. Thank you for being here, and I will see you soon. Aloha. Bye now.